morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to get started
Woo-hoo.
with a couple of songs because we can.
Because we can.
Maybe.
Let's stand.
Love and sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together.
Name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Dance break.
Person next to you.
What?
Recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Every walk of life, every creed and color, and if you feel nice, in honor of the God in each other, person next to you, say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together.
In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love,
We come together.
we come together.
Of love.
Together.
Together.
We come together.
We come together.
Come together.
Come together.
In the name of love. Yes. Now you gotta keep
Right.
standing up because we got directions in this next song.
Here we go.
Everybody get up on.
This is Who We Be.
There are tambourines around.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Dance time.
I'm your neighbor. Dom, you're what? No huggers today? No one's hugging? There we go. There we go.
Let your happiness flow.
That's right.
Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. All right, now that we're awake, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to switch microphones here. Maybe. There we go. So that I'm not getting feedback. Mic designed for short people. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, I am Reverend Rafe Ellis, and I am so honored and privileged to be the senior minister here at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. And so I want to welcome everybody to our Sunday service. Whether you are here in person or with us virtually, we would greatly appreciate it if you would share this live stream on whatever social media platforms you play on. It makes it available to more people. All right. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, I'm not going to embarrass you. If you want to let us know you're here and who you are, you get to self-initiate that. Okay. What I want you to know is that you are welcome here. Absolutely welcome. Beyond being welcomed, whoever you are, whatever spiritual path you are on, you are celebrated here. It's one thing to be welcome. It's a whole nother to be celebrated. And you are celebrated here. So before we get into these other things, I'm going to ask Jami to come back up. I'm going to ask anybody that has a birthday in the month of January to please stand. Anybody that has a recovery birthday from anything, I invite you to please stand in the month of January. Okay, so we're going to sing happy birthday anyway because I'm reasonably certain there are people on the planet that were born in the month of January. Joe, all right.
All right.
There we go. And I'm sure there are people that got into recovery in January. So we're going to sing happy birthday to everybody.
I'm not playing it, but I'll sing a cappella.
There you go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whoever you are. Happy birthday to you.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to do that the first Sunday of every month because it matters that you're celebrated for arriving on the planet. Yes. It does. So there are several ways to stay connected with this spiritual community. We invite you to check out our website at columbiacsl.com/events. You can email us at info@columbiacsl.com, or you can call the office phone number 410-750-8559. Yes, the office is closed. There is no physical location, but we do still have the phone number, and I will be updating all of our information about the mailing address this week. So our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. Our identity, we are a diverse community of belonging and growth. We share the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Guided by Spirit, together, we build a joyously engaged, inclusive community intent on uplifting and transforming lives. Whoop. It's like got a mind of its own. Stay. It'll probably listen as well as my dogs. As a community, we are committed to the spiritual practice of inclusion. That calls us to embrace and celebrate everyone's unique identity. We begin by recognizing our diverse abilities, ages, physical characteristics, gender identities, national origins, faiths, and spiritual paths, sexual orientations, ethnicities, and races. Then we experience one another at increasingly deeper levels as we grow together in classes, in workshops, in service to our shared spiritual community, and just hanging out together. And so here are some opportunities to do just that. We have a class starting, and the class is starting Tuesday, January 9th. Ignite your life with Bible wisdom. What this class is about is teaching us to embrace the wisdom of the library called the Bible and how to read it in metaphysical terms, how to read it from the unlimited that it was likely written, rather than using it as a weapon to beat ourselves about the head and neck with. It is an amazing book. The 1926 discussion group. We are continuing that, and after several meetings, the folks that have been coming, we decided that we're going to do it every other Wednesday, starting January 10th. And so you can find the links to sign up for that on the events page on our website. It's also in the newsletter. We got a book study starting. And this, if you're not familiar with this book, it's a very cool book. That is starting Thursday, January 11th. We will be studying together The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. 3 Saturdays, January 13th, 20th, and 27th. If you are interested in really anchoring the practice and learning how to do the practice of visioning, rather than it being a multi-week class, 8 to 10 weeks, I've condensed it into 3 Saturdays. So please check that out. All of these are available in person or online. And so that information is available. And that is what we're doing class-wise. The focus for January, I want to share with you, typically, Science of Mind centers behave back. If anybody knows how to make the computer stop thinking for itself, that would be lovely. So, typically in Science of Mind centers, the first month, January, we go back to the basics. What the thing is and how it works and what it does, those types of things. We're going to do that this month, but we're going to do it from the perspective of community. Because most of us know how it works in the individual, but too many of us use that without even thinking about it to separate ourselves. And so we're going to bring everything back to wholeness all year long, and we're going to start by going back to the basics from a community perspective. It's going to be fun. Okay. And so now, we're going to do something live that we've been doing online. I'm going to ask Deborah to join me to assist me with this. We are going to be doing the faith inclusion part of our service with actual candles. It's going to be a little different this morning because I have misplaced the stick lighters, but I have a method.
Yes. Okay. Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and great assimilator, identifying the common and connecting threads within the various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom teachings of the world. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study and assimilation. Let us breathe in together as we light a candle, honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and Four Noble Truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate condition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a path of kindness. As we light the eighth candle, we honor all indigenous peoples and traditions as a path that recognizes others' As we light the ninth candle, we honor Taoism as a path of optimism and inherent goodness. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and compassion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Khan as a path that honors the divine ancestors. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all new thought philosophies as a path that adherence to universal spiritual principles of love. And as we light this final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation and sin.
So now we move into our
Exchange unprofitable religious speculations for actual God contact. Clear your mind of dogmatic theological debris. Let in fresh, healing waters of direct perception. Then from Ernest Holmes, the highest mental practice is to listen to this inner voice and to declare its presence. The Science of Mind, page 344. Some of us spend our time searching. We search for a philosophy that aligns with our spirit and helps us see a better way of living. We search for the proper way to meditate, to clear the mental clutter and find peace. We sit at the feet of masters, seeking proper ways to pray and to be in communion with one, with the divine. We highlight passages in books that seem to be a compass, pointing us in the right direction where we might find our highest self. We listen to sermons and inspirational messages from others, thinking that if we can find just a few more ideas that connect with us, somehow we'll be freer. We travel to temples, sanctuaries, vortexes, and sacred sites with the idea that being in these spaces will help us be more in tune with the creative nature of our being. If you're anything like me, then you've perhaps done all of these things and more. Yet, in all of my searching, it seems as if I've been searching for, what I've been searching for is always just beyond the textbook, the passage, the meditation, the prayer, or the message. My entire perspective shifted when I realized that there is nothing coming to save me. And there never will be. The only thing that can save me or help me reach a higher level is the transformed me. The searching isn't what matters. The magic lies in the transformation of consciousness acquired through the searching. We save ourselves by rediscovering self. Today's affirmation. Each moment of each day, I continue to move forward toward my highest and best self. I am. And so it is.
Good morning. I ask that you, whether you're here with us in person or out in our virtual audience, just take the time to just sit back in your seats. If you can, put your feet firmly on the floor. And if you're comfortable doing so, close your eyes. We come now together to go into this sacred moment of meditation. Let's take a deep breath together. Hold it and let it go. Let's do that 2 more times. Another deep breath. Hold it and let it go. Once again, a deep breath. Hold it just a little bit longer and let it go. This is the breath of life. This is the breath of the one that unites us. The breath that was in my lungs went out and shared with and mixed with the breath that was in your lungs. And then we each inhaled a little bit of all of it. So I leave with Part of you is part of me, and vice versa. We are all sharing with each other. We are all one. And in this moment of realized oneness, I ask you just to relax. And in your mind's eye, see a snowy white field. A large snowy white field. You are standing in the midst of it. All around you. Nothing but pristine white snow. It's beautiful, isn't it? Crisp, clean snow. And as you take this in, I ask that you begin to walk. Slowly. You can walk in any direction you want. You can walk in a circle, you can walk in a zigzag, you can walk however and wherever you want. On this pristine, snowy field. And let's just walk on each of our individual fields for the next few moments. And I ask you to stop walking for a moment. Look around you. See your footprints on this snowy field. What have you created? How much of the field have you covered? Did you make a pattern? Did you just choose to just walk without making a pattern? Did you cover much of the field or just a small portion? Or did you simply choose not to walk much at all and just basically stay where you are? These snowy fields are our lives. We each get to choose the pattern of our lives. Each of us born into this time and this place, each given a field that we can cover as much ground as we choose to. We can create whatever intricate patterns or not that we choose to. This is the divine gift of choice. And we are not done yet. Your field still lies there. In this new year, what will you create on your field? What distance will you cover on your field? Is there a room on your field for you to invite another or others to walk with you? Each of us gets to choose. No choice is right or wrong. It is simply what we choose. What we choose to make of our lives. And so I ask you to join me now in this affirmative prayer. What I know is that there is only God. God omnipotent, God omnipresent, God omniscient, God, the divine, the universe, Spirit. We call it by so many different names, but it is one and the same no matter what we call it. It is life. It is love. It is vitality, it is strength, it is the sum and substance of our being. For the scripture says, in God we live, move, and have our being. And this is the breath of life. And I know that I am one with this divine life. And I know the same is true for each of you. And because we are divinity expressed, I know that all the power of the universe is present within you. There is strength in you. There is peace within you. There is love within you. There is abundance with you. You are all that God is. You are all that God is. And you have been given the power of choice. Each of us is given the power of choice to make of it what we will. And today, I call forth love. I call forth community. I call forth strength and abundance and wisdom and sharing and grace and love and laughter and vim and vigor. I call forth Columbia Center Spirit for spiritual living, growing in a way and attracting in those that are just hungry to know their divinity, and us being here and present and ready and able and willing and glad to serve them, to share with them, to love with them, to celebrate them as we celebrate ourselves. I call it forth. I call forth good. I call forth grace. I call forth our inner divinity to be outwardly expressed in all that we say and all that we do. And I know that this is Spirit calling to us and through us. And I know that it's already done. And for this, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for the growth of this center. I'm so grateful for the outreach work being done by the center. I'm so grateful by the divine hands that lift and support our minister and our board and our membership. I'm so grateful to see this new horizon glowing brightly and clearly and steadily and ever present before us, and we embrace it and we just say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And I just release this word and I let it go because I know Spirit has already done it. The law has received it and said yes. The law has said it is perfect, whole, and complete. It is done. And I know that and I affirm that, and I ask you to affirm that with me by saying together, and so it is. So it is.
So I promised you newness and mystery for the new year. And so here we are. So we're doing things a little differently this morning. And so I invite you to stay in this inner space as we move into our practice of the law of circulation. One more. There we go. Thank you, Reggie. And so we have a new conscious giving affirmation. Let's read this together. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. From a consciousness of this abundance, I give freely to sustain and grow Columbia Center for Spiritual Living as my beloved spiritual community that sustains and grows me spiritually. I give to ensure Columbia CSL's continued existence and availability to all spiritual seekers. Ushers, if you would come get these while Jami comes forward to sing for us. Please receive the gifts. Thank you.
I have a new song for you today. Surprise! Most of you know that a lot of the songs that I share come from daily meditations or prayer time. And on December 15th from 365 Days of Richer Living, it really caught me because it says, so I look out at my present experience and name it good. It is my only place to start, and I begin to give God to my day. That was not a misprint. And we usually talk about giving our day to God. And it really struck me, and so this is what Spirit had to say about it. And also, just so you know, I'm going to be asking you what, the words go like this. I give God to this day. I give God in every way. In all I do and all I say, I give God to this day. So I'd like you to be thinking about what you would like to give beyond God to this day. Is it love? Is it grace? And we'll change it up. And as you catch on, feel free to sing along with me, all right? God to this day. I give God in every way, in all I do and all I say. I give God to this day. What would you like to give? Think about it. Hey. I give love to this day. I give love in every way, in all I do and all I say. I give love to this day. How about you? What would you like to give? What is it? Joy. I give joy to this day. I give joy in every way, in all I do, in all I do and all I say. I give joy to this day. I give God to this day. I give God in every way, I give God to this day. I give God to this day.
And so I speak a word of gratitude, a word of acknowledgement of the infinite as this thing we call money in this human realm. Knowing that God is sustaining God through the giving, the sharing, the receiving of this thing called money, the energy of the infinite. Just one form of it. Grateful to know that we give through Columbia CSL to support others in doing great work in the world as well. Knowing that each giver is richly blessed beyond any expectation. Grateful, grateful, grateful. And so it is. Okay. And so now we're going to do the affirmation. Whoop. I forgot I had help back there. Thank you, Reggie. So we're going to do this affirmation every Sunday for a month to get this rascal anchored in us so that when you aren't even thinking, it's running in the background. Let's read this together. I am infinite intelligence in form. Everything I need to know already resides within me. I choose to be aware of infinite intelligence within me. And now, I want to remind us that we have licensed practitioners. and I'm having a dongle argument with one of them now. I'm going to turn this off, Reggie. So if you are struggling with anything, these folks are trained and willing and wanting to help you remember the truth of you. All you got to do is reach out to them. Several of them do private practitioner sessions. They set their own fee, so you will need to ask them what their fee is and how they provide those. If you have a prayer request, there's a couple of ways you can communicate that to us. You can put it in the box in the back. You can send it to prayer@columbiacsl.com. You can call a practitioner and let them know. You can email it to me and I will let them know. The biggest thing to know is that you're not in this alone. You're not in it alone. And so reach out. Begin to use community to support you. Yes, sir.
Just to reiterate that prayer is always free.
Yes. Prayer is always free. And at the end of service, the practitioners have started making themselves available for just prayer. It's not a practitioner session. It's this is what I want prayer for, and they go right into praying for you. And they will be out there in the back corners of the lobby after service. So now we're actually going to move into the pre-talk song and then the talk. And I'll explain to you during the talk why things are all jumbled up today.
Raise your hand if you know the song I Give Myself Permission. What? There's only one other person besides Eugene and I, Deborah. You know this song. All right, well, you've heard it a million times. I give myself permission to be all I can be. No, not ringing a bell. All right, well, that's okay. You're going to catch on, all right? What we're going to do is I'm going to sing it. Feel free to join in. And if you know it, just belt it out like you mean it. We're going to do it 2 times. And then I'm going to read something, and then we're going to do it 2 more times. So the cool thing is you have how many times to learn it, to join it? 4. All right. Wait a minute. I'll start. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Let's do it again. Myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world or this community or you. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Ta-da! As we liberate from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So let's continue to give ourselves permission through this song, through the words of Reverend Rafe, and through our activities today. One more time. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
Okay, who knows about visioning? Okay. So who knows about the 4 kingdoms of consciousness? Okay, there's an opening. So the 4 kingdoms of consciousness, I have found, dovetail brilliantly with the practice of visioning. Because the first kingdom of consciousness is the consciousness of victimhood. Life is happening to me. Life is happening at me. Right? For me, yeah, it's that. And it's not necessarily a negative, it's just the way it is. Right? I'm pretty sure that everybody on planet Earth has traveled in Kingdom 1. Yep. I'm pretty sure that some folks in this room woke up in Kingdom 1. And by the time they got in the shower, they were in Kingdom 2. And because it's that fluid. It's that fluid, right? It's not a thing where I'm going to move from kingdom one to one of the other kingdoms and set up camp and stay there. It would be nice, and maybe you can make it work that way. I'm just being really transparent. That has not been my experience. I can go through all 4 kingdoms of consciousness in less than 30 seconds, depending on what's happening. The second kingdom of consciousness, life is happening by me. I'm doing it. Now, that's a slippery, slippery slope, at least for this human being. It is a place where I have separated myself, where my human ego is running the show, absent of any awareness that I'm connected to anything. It is a kingdom of superiority. It is a kingdom of arrogance. And I don't think it's any mistake that it's right there next to victimhood. Right? Because we tend in this human realm to do this pendulum thing. Again, it's not a bad thing. Maybe that's the way we designed it because that's how it works for us. Right? So when we are deep in victimhood, sometimes the only way we get out of that victimhood is to swing way on the side of, I'm untouchable. Maybe. That's okay. So kingdom 2, life is happening by me. I am the orchestrator. And then there's kingdom 3. Life is happening through me, where we're beginning to understand our wholeness, our connection with this unseen everything that creates, that is infused within us, that actually creates through us. If you come to New Thought for very long at all, I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase God in, through, and as us. So, God in us, as far as I can tell, that's just factual accuracy. It's there. Can I prove that? No. Except by how my life changes when I acknowledge it, when I activate it, when I get at least to kingdom 3, where I am acknowledging that there's something happening through me that's not the human me. Kingdom 4 is where I aspire to live. God as me. God as me. It's interesting that even though we're New Thought, how many times people will email me or call me or catch me after service and have a conversation about blasphemy when I say God as me. Now, blasphemy is not even a thing for New Thought. Right? That's that separation that comes out of the idea that there is a God outside of us that we are separate from, that we have to appease in order for it to care for us. That's not what we teach. No. Right? That's why I'm doing a whole year on wholeness. 366 days of wholeness, because it's leap year. We get an extra day to look at wholeness. Because the idea that this infinite beingness is loving doesn't line up with a being that would create
its kin and then abandon them. It doesn't line up with the idea of a creator that would then send its creation to eternal torment. And when I really wrap myself around this idea of eternality and connection, I begin to understand whatever I do to you, I do to me. Because in that model, in that philosophy, a divine being that would send its creation to hell has to be there first to open the door. And so it just doesn't make sense to me that this infinite loving beingness would simultaneously love itself and torture itself. I ain't saying I can prove it, because I can't. But I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to Ernest Holmes. It didn't make sense to Parmenides. It didn't make sense to Emerson or Thoreau. It didn't make sense to a lot of people. And I don't know about you, but when I'm in the realm of things don't make sense, it's helpful to know I have company. Because even if I have, my cheese has slipped off my cracker and I've lost it completely, I still want company. I know I have a unique craziness, but I still want company. I was having a conversation with a congregant last week, and we agreed that I was delightfully nuts and delightfully weird, and the bonus was I was consistently nuts and weird. So you can depend on it. It's just how I roll. So that fourth kingdom, God as me, is the kingdom of visioning. Many of us confuse visualization with visioning. Visualization is holding my agenda as a picture in my mind. Now we're back to Kingdom 2. My agenda. Again, we get to do that. It's not about it being right or wrong. It's about giving you information so you can choose. Catching life's vision of itself as us, that's scary territory for most of us. Because it's way bigger than Kingdom 2. It can bring about changes that were not in the plan for Kingdom 2. Ernest Holmes says, when we create a demonstration, we must accept all that comes with it. Right? There's a reason I remember certain phrases, because I have that reaction when I read them. Right? So when we're doing treatment, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer for a thing in Kingdom 2, know this. Law says yes. But law isn't saying yes to the way you have it mapped out. It's just saying yes. And so if we're treating for the perfect relationship, that may be on the other side of the country. It may require you to release your job, release your home, release your current community. Move to an area that you have never been in and know no one in order to meet said perfect one. Right? We don't know how law's gonna unfold it. We just know it is. We don't get to control how it happens. Our job is to express the desire. Our job is in thought. We have a desire, we form it in thought. Law takes that and does what law does. And the outcome is the outcome. The perfect car may not be red. It might be green. And if all you have is the perfect car is red, 10 perfect green cars can show up and you will turn them all down. and then we'll be like the folks in the flood, right? Torrential rains are coming and everybody's being warned. And he stays because it's just a warning. And then the water starts coming down and the water starts rising. There's a knock on the door. It's time to evacuate. Oh, I'm waiting on God. And so he stays. And the water continues to rise and here comes a boat. Really, it's time to evacuate. I'm good. I'm waiting on God. And he stays. And now the water is up to the roof level. And he's sitting on the chimney. And a helicopter comes by with a ladder drop down. And he's like, still waiting on God. And he stays. And he drowns. And he gets to heaven. And God's like, dude, what up? What are you doing here? He's like, well, I was waiting on you to save me. God said, I sent you a weather report. I sent you an officer to knock on your door. I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter. You said no every time. We don't know how it's going to show up. If we're living in that space of God as, we're open. We're open to recognize the self recognizing the self rather than the human ego misidentifying the self. Right? That's the constant push-pull inside. We have all this conditioned thinking telling us how life is supposed to be. And then we have this spiritual desire, desiring it to be very different. So I'm going to take us through a vision process. It's actually very short. There are, in the back room there, 20 of these, blank. There are magazines, there are scissors, there are glue sticks for anyone who wants to stay and work on creating a vision board for yourself. It's all back there. You just get to go play. Visioning oftentimes does not make sense to the brain. Let me tell you that. It doesn't come through the way you necessarily think it should. That's back in Kingdom 2. We're going to open to Kingdom 4. We're going to open to hearing, seeing, feeling, sensing the divine's idea of itself as us, not our idea of ourself as it. Right? It doesn't serve us to recreate God in our image. Been done. It's getting really old. Let's try something new. We are New Thought after all. Let's have one. I'm just saying, we could kind of sort of do that. So I invite you to go within. If you have something you want to take notes on, great. I invite you to trust that infinite intelligence within you also has a memory, and it will remind you of what it has for you. So I invite you to breathe into the center of your being, to bring your awareness to the depth of your breathing, to be aware that that is the infinite breathing you. And so from that place within, we open to divine intelligence within us that already knows. And we open by asking, what is the divine's highest idea of itself as my life? And we look, listen, and feel. And so going deeper, we ask, what must I become in order to manifest the divine's highest idea of itself as me? And we look, listen, and feel. And breathing even deeper. Having received the divine's highest idea of itself, having asked what we must become, we ask, what must I release? What must I let go of? in order to fulfill the divine's highest idea of itself as me. And we look, listen, and feel. And taking another deeper, intentional breath into the center of our being. We ask, is there anything else that infinite intelligence within me desires to bring to my awareness, knowing that it constantly communicates, opening to this moment? Is there anything else that needs to be known in awareness? How to fulfill the divine's idea of itself as me. And we look, listen, and feel with an open heart. And so breathing even deeper, I recognize I am in the presence of the one infinite, ever-present allness. That this one lives, moves, and has its being in, through, and as me. That it creates out of itself, by itself, to know itself, to expand its experience of itself. Always available to and as its creation. This is the truth of my being. This is the truth of all being. All, each and every magnificently individualized, diverse expression of the infinite, fully infused with all that it is. the home of infinite intelligence, the home of a desire to be. And so I claim and affirm that the divine is speaking through itself as itself in this moment, speaking itself into the activity of itself that we call law, manifesting the desire of its heart as its creation. And so I know that just as quickly as the words are formed in mind and consciousness and spoken into law, they are done. And so I know that every vision that has been received and is being held in the one mind, in individualized awareness, is already made so. It's already done. And now we get to participate in the unfolding of it in the human realm. That moves every cell in my being to gratitude. Gratitude that is beyond this thing I know is joy. Gratitude at a cellular level that just whispers, oh, wow. Wow. And so it is from that place, from a gratitude that knows it's already done, I release my word, the word of the infinite spoken as me, into its activity of law. I let go. And I let law be law. I let God be God. And I invite you, if this is your prayer too, to own it in human awareness as we say together, and so it is. And so now, leaving you as much in this space as we can so you can go play, we're just going to do our closing song. And before I get there, there's a lot of people to thank. Laura Service, Tony Mathewson, Chris Craig, Jami Craig, that guy behind you, Eugene Holden, Eamon James, Deborah, Reggie jumping in to help, Io for setting up, Lenny, who's not here, who came in to teach me how to set up the sound system, Mary Jane, who's counting our offering. Did I miss anybody? No? Okay. Mostly, I want to thank, and Don, who was in the background troubleshooting some of the camera issues we had this morning. It really does take a village. It really does. And you are the village. And you are...
Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Oh, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything and every little thing that I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything.
Make it your prayer. Have a fabulous day. Go play vision board, whatever you choose.
Right. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace, peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Oh, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything and every little thing that I need. And I give thanks